Now, Jesse, people are still, having delays, cancellations. What are you seeing over there?
Well, one thing I'll tell you is things are moving much smoother than this morning. Now, here are some of the ticket counters behind me. United has the longest line, and you can see that the blue screens of death, some are calling it, are still up there. So their screens haven't come back to life, but they have the longest line. But most of the other airlines are moving much smoother. And then if you look at checkpoint 1, it has about a 10 to 20 minute wait time, but overall, again, that has been moving pretty smoothly. Some people I spoke to tell me they have been trying to get home since yesterday, from the flight cancellations, delays, to challenges just renting a car. The outage has really been a nightmare for travelers.
It's a line of travelers as far as the eye can see, and a line of frustration for those whose flights are delayed or canceled.
Of course, I'm a tad bit irritated, but, it's out of everyone's control.
It just makes me feel nauseous because we've planned this trip for about 2 months, and we were looking forward to going on this trip.
I saw one flight in American Airlines. It's 2,000 per person, something like that, and no other flights are available.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's very tough. Yeah.
Bhaskar Araju.
Point, several airlines have already issued travel waivers to those impacted. Even if people didn't understand exactly what caused the outage, they seem to accept the possibility of something like this happening as part of modern society and technology. Take a listen.
It's a blessing and a curse. If you depend too much on technology, you can eliminate a lot of human errors. But then at the same time, this is the downside of it. If one of those major systems goes down, then everything comes to a halt.
American, United, Allegiant, and Delta all face system issues. For one woman, the setback is heartbreaking.
We're missing a granddaughter's wedding.
Allegiant even boarding some passengers without online systems, but others were just canceled. For Allegiant members whose flights were canceled, the airline is working on accommodations.
Started kind of the boarding process for the second plane here when we were deplaned and moved on to a different plane. All of the computer monitors were essentially shut down, blue screen of death type of Microsoft screen. That they had obviously lost communication with their servers and then shut down and kind of stayed in like a safe mode that wasn't allowing them to boot back up.
The airlines systems that was what was causing the impact. TSA, FAA, they did not have any impact. From an airport standpoint, airlines fly from city to city, so that does have an impact downstream on the journey of each flight.
Then my son beat me in. He was like, "Mom, where you are?" I said, "We headed to the airport." Well, there's been a Microsoft IT glitch or something like that, and I said, "It's affecting the flight." He said, "Especially all flights are grounded, and I don't know if y'all gonna be able to leave out." And oh my God, my anxiety just went out.
Yeah, I mean that's a really, really clear update of what's been going on lately. I've been working all day today. I decided to make this video only for its posterity because I think people are going to talk about where were they on 7/19, especially people that were at airports. I've flown from Brisbane to LAX, and when you travel a long distance and you need to get to your next destination and you can't get there, there's a huge frustration. And there's some videos that I saw, some people just really upset. I think I saw a story about, the people at the airport counters, especially Spirit. Everybody likes to rag on Spirit Airlines. They're just standing in the counters and telling everybody to chill out and calm down. We'll get through this. But yeah, for some people, as you heard in some of the videos, that rental car agencies weren't able to do things. Reservation systems for hotels weren't working. If you wanted to get a different flight, you'd be paying $2,000 for it. Like it's been a rough time. I can also share with you that today I had some family members. My brother-in-law's husband was also affected by this, but not too bad. He was flying out of SFO, going out back east, and there was a bit of delays for him, but he was lucky to be able to leave. One of the things I wanted to bring up is I think this X, or actually, you know what, Twitter post. This Twitter post is really indicative of, like, I think we're going to call this Blue Screen Day. I think people are going to put on their calendars as the day that half the world blue screened, and just imagine being in an office and all of this going down. This was posted 4:17 a.m. I believe, my time. So it would have been straight into the working day on the East Coast, where people just couldn't do anything. It looks like a corporate environment. They're all using the same computer. So this, yeah, to me, this kind of like jives. This seems like this would be real. But let's go talk a little bit about the technology side of things. Let's go pop back over to the subreddit for CrowdStrike. And they had some more updates since I made the last video. They had provided some more technical information on how to IT people can handle things, identify that sort of thing. The one thing that I think people were commenting about CrowdStrike, and I think I've got the post here somewhere. Somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Whoever put the fix instructions behind the CrowdStrike login is an idiot. Yeah, I mean, 100%, 100%. When something this bad is down, we need information. We need to know what's going on. I won't talk more about this too much because this is just technical information. But what's really interesting is Wall Street Bets, the internet's favorite place to talk about stocks, I feel, posted something about a day ago where, hey, like, I don't think CrowdStrike is worth $83 billion, and I thought, I don't look at stocks that often, and I'm really busy with my work. But one thing that I thought was really interesting was this particular point here. CrowdStrike customers, 44 of the Fortune 100 companies, 37 of 100 top global companies, and 9 of 20 major banks, and 7 of the largest energy institutions. And 1,000%, this guy called it like a day before it happened. This makes it a threat actor. And I wonder if us as a society can say, like, you know what, hey, like, we need technology and we need security firms, we need that sort of thing, but do we really need to have one firm having access to almost half of Fortune 500 companies, almost half of major banks in the United States, and definitely energy institutions? Like, what, we already had some issues with Houston and the hurricanes down there. We don't really need like a non-natural disaster, although you could call us humans natural disasters. That's really interesting. And the comments are going to be, wow, this post is hilarious. Lisa Nalgaib, if you wanted some memes from Dune, the timing is impeccable, like crazy. He said, I bought some puts, contracts for derivatives, and he's probably making a ton of money. And in 5 contracts at $7.30 a share contract is not a whole lot. It's not that he, 5 times 100 times 730. So that's how much he put up for money. But he made some pretty amazing money with that. And I'm not gonna trade for this. This is not my deal. I don't really do this anymore. But let's take a look at some fun things. If you follow Formula One, you'll know that CrowdStrike was the one of the sponsors for Mercedes Formula One team, and they're at the pit side preparing for an event. And here we go. We've got a picture of technicians handling blue screens. That's real as it gets. Of course, I guess you could definitely say that they definitely dogfooded their own vendor's product. Of course. Some more fun. Due to sign a contract with CrowdStrike today, I'm probably going to hold off on signing. I was like, yeah, that probably was going to happen. Some more memes. CrowdStrike cybersecurity engineers right now. And what's funny about this is a gentleman. in front of a industrial computer setting for like programmable logic controllers, PLCs. So this wouldn't be desktop computers, but the meme is like you're just kind of staring at a bunch of computers because you got to go touch them all and work on it. I thought that was pretty hilarious. The accounting group was talking about how my disappointment was immeasurable when my laptop turned on as normal this morning. Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Teams and Outlook work. Unfortunately, can log into VPN. Can't access anything on the server though. Didn't have a crazy day ahead of me, but then it's stupid that this can be a summer Friday day off. Yeah, I think you know, people might just call it a day off at this point. You know, uh, the the tweet from the blue screen image. Yeah. Oh, I thought this was amazing. This is an actual handwritten boarding card for a passenger flying somewhere within India. And as I think in some of the earlier videos, they were talking about how they were doing that for some of the Allegiant passengers at some airport. You know, they're like, hey, you know what? Let's just get you through. But I don't think that would even fly for international flights. Like, you have to know who's on the flight before you send them off. That passenger manifest is very, very important. Let's take a look at me. An intern making a small last-minute code change to antivirus update, and then the cascading effect that takes out Delta, United, and AA grounding flights globally. Yep, yep. One last meme for Formula One. George switched the car to safe mode. There's a blue screen there. Yeah, I guess that's the reality, right? We're in this new environment where, um, you know, we need these technology providers. Cybersecurity is very, very important. Um, no longer are the days where you can just keep Windows up to date and you'd be sufficiently fine. Threats are, you know, the in this case the cure was stronger than the actual threat. You know, because it's going to take a long time for people to recover these systems. One of the things that I saw earlier, and I'll switch this back over from new to top, is I believe a gentleman posted something in here. Yeah, here we go. I mentioned this, and the poor guy deleted his comment, probably because of the machines that have to be reviewed and how much impact. You know, that's probably a bank, you know, maybe bigger than the bank. You know, um, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's a lot, and I don't think anybody's going to have any fun this weekend. I haven't heard of anything more from my clients. Everything's still. I think most of my clients are in the state of just being small. Um, there's a lot of other vendors that provide these sort of services and that sort of thing, and I do think that maybe we should consider limiting cybersecurity firms in terms of like number of endpoints they can handle, and be like, hey, you know, you can't be you're too big to fail, so therefore you don't get, if you're going to take down things, you're going to take down one a bank instead of 9. So I wanted just to give this perspective, just to kind of cap the day off. I'm going to go enjoy my weekend, and we'll see if anything happens by Monday, but hopefully everything, we just call this the day that everyone got a forced day off. We'll talk again soon. Take care, and have a good weekend.